Taylor Sheridan's Tulsa King stumbles when it comes to consistency, but Sylvester Stallone is spot on in his performance. Seeing a well-known figure return to the big screen, especially one like Sylvester Stallone, is a particularly fulfilling experience. His debut on television with Taylor Sheridan's Tulsa King appeared to be a definite hit because it had an actor known for playing tough guys and combined humor and crime drama. However, as is sometimes the case with projects that are greatly anticipated, the actual results fell short of the expectations. Notwithstanding its entertainment value, the series falls well short of its potential. Hello everyone, hope you are having a good day. Before going to the main topic, I want to say like this video and subscribe to the channel. On the surface, Tulsa King appears to have everything: a compelling plot about a mobster attempting to re-establish himself in the American heartland, a leading performance by Stallone, and a blend of comedy and crime drama to keep things fresh. To be fair, the program did garner a lot of interest and end up becoming one of Paramount's streaming hits. At least on the surface, it appeared to be appreciated by both crowds and critics. However, a performance is more than simply a good beginning, and Tulsa King falls short of expectations when you look closer. Tulsa King got off to a great start in a story that could have been taken straight out of a Hollywood biography. According to THR, Taylor Sheridan wrote the pilot script in less than 24 hours. Although that may sound spectacular, it presents questions in real life. Tulsa King's writing occasionally comes out as hurried and unfinished, giving the audience story flaws that detract from the otherwise intriguing idea. David Glasser, his producing partner, recalls how the concept came to him over the course of a weekend. Sheridan's extraordinary inventiveness is undeniable, but the aftermath wasn't as seamless as one might anticipate from such a sudden and intense inspiration. In a character he had long desired, Sylvester Stallone played Dwight, the General Manfredi, a tough-as-nails gangster banished from his criminal family and pushed into the strange world of Tulsa. However, things weren't always simple on set. On Tulsa King, Sheridan, who is well known for his extensive writing and strong, no-nonsense style, adopted a detached stance. However, Terrence Winter, his co-creator, had an alternative idea. Stallone insisted on offering his own ideas, even though Winter was in charge of the show's artistic direction. The former mentioned, however, Dwight's emotional journey is where the show really shines. It was important that Stallone insisted on giving Dwight more depth than just being a brutal mobster. He changed the role from a stereotyped thug to a man who battles sentimentality, pride, and a strong sense of loneliness. Tulsa King carries the burden of expectation, just like any other high-profile endeavor. It was immediately a talking point because of Sylvester Stallone's participation and the idea of an exiled mob boss attempting to establish himself in a new environment had genuine potential. A criminal banished to Tulsa? A visceral crime drama that might give the gangster genre a new direction. What might go wrong? However, in spite of the initial promise, the show soon started to falter, and fans who had been captivated by the captivating concept and star power began to see something was lacking. Although Tulsa King has a commendable 79% review score on Rotten Tomatoes, the series was unable to sustain its momentum. Viewers started to realize that Tulsa King was having trouble striking a balance between its concept and execution as the episodes went on. The show's attempts to combine eccentric, small-town crimes with traditional mafia narrative felt wildly inappropriate and even comical. Some of these plot lines were difficult to take seriously rather than seeming like a gripping, emotional story. In fact, several viewers started drawing comparisons between it and King of Queens, but with a lot more crime. According to THR, Micah Monroe, Longlegs, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Ahsoka, will co-star with Martin Starr, Tulsa King, in the upcoming adaptation of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. The movie will also feature Raul Castillo, Smile 2. The 1992 thriller, which stars Rebecca De Mornay and Annabella Shora, is being reimagined by 20th Century Studios. She calls the police after her doctor assaults Claire Bartle, Shora, but he ends his own life to avoid being taken into custody. Peyton De Mornay, the doctor's pregnant wife, miscarries and becomes enraged. In order to destroy Claire's life, she chooses to seduce her husband and kill her while posing as a nanny for the Bartle family. Winstead will assume the character of Shora in the adaptation, while Monroe will play the part of De Mornay. Winstead's character will seek assistance from Martin Starr's character, who will portray a neighbor. Winstead's husband will be portrayed by Raul Castillo. Based on a script by Micah Bloomberg, Sanctuary, Michelle Garza Cervera, Homecoming, will helm the reimagining of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Starr is presently appearing in Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. He portrays marijuana dealer Lawrence, Bodie Geigerman, who joins Dwight Manfredi's Stallone gang. Stallone has been signing a new contract for 2 more seasons, and the second season concluded last month on Paramount+. The official Tulsa King Season 2 synopsis is as follows. As Dwight, Stallone, and his team strive to establish and protect their expanding empire in Tulsa, they discover that there are other people who wish to claim the territory. Threats from the Kansas City mob and a strong local businessman make it difficult for Dwight to manage all of his affairs and keep his family and crew safe. In addition, he still has unresolved business in New York. The new season is as good if not better than the first, according to our own Alex Mady, who is a fan. Instead of being grouped together as another show from the same creator as Yellowstone, Mady stated, this new season further distinguishes itself from other Taylor Sheridan-created series. Tulsa King is the best mob show to air since The Sopranos, and it's funny and violent. The remainder of his review is available here. One character in Tulsa King deserves more screen time, and Taylor Sheridan needs to learn from his own Yellowstone mistakes. Since Sicario, Taylor Sheridan's legacy has endured. Perhaps the only positive development to emerge from the Hollywood industry in a long time is the omniscient phenomena known as the actor-turned-filmmaker. Every time Sheridan comes out with a new play with a variety of characters, his audience is left perplexed by his mastery of narrative and inventiveness. Although his Oscar-nominated screenplays have given him an iconic stature, his name is still most commonly associated with the Paramount Plus flagship series Yellowstone. Since its entrance in 2018, the neo-Western play has become ingrained in contemporary society, a part of our daily lives, and a permanent fixture in popular culture. Sheridan is currently attempting to accomplish the same thing with his Tulsa King and Sylvester Stallone series. The Hollywood arc of Taylor Sheridan is very similar to Sylvester Stallone's. A desperate actor uses the typewriter to create a story about underdogs, anti-heroes, dramatic showdowns, and gritty realism after a period of unfathomable struggle and a protracted period of failure. Both films, Sicario for Taylor Sheridan and Rambo for Sly, launched them to the pinnacles of unhindered success and renown, making them immediate A-listers, Oscar-winning screenwriters, and essential to the development of the entertainment sector. However, key element appears to be missing from the equation now that the two directors have met decades later. Tulsa King, Taylor Sheridan's upcoming avant-garde Paramount Plus film, centers on a Don who is banished to the outskirts of a dilapidated town where organized crime has yet to achieve success in the workplace. Playing Dwight, the General Manfredi, Sylvester Stallone gives the part every nuance that only Sly can, while also showcasing the neo-Western vibe of the whole thing. However, Sheridan or Stallone should take note of the fact that Yellowstone possesses something that Tulsa King desperately needs in order to hit the correct note. The symbiotic relationship between Cole Hauser's Rip Wheeler and Kevin Costner's John Dutton is essential to the efficient operation of the ranch business in Yellowstone, and Rip's dependability offers a solid basis for John Dutton's unchallenged rule. According to Tulsa King, there is no such tie. Bigfoot is the only person that closely resembles a Rip Wheeler in Dwight's life, and he is too busy making him serve as a housekeeper, valet, cleaner, and bodyguard all at once for him to have time for anything else. This results in a shortened plot arc for Bigfoot's character. Not only will Dwight have a significant edge over his adversaries if Mike Cashflow Walden receives more screen time in the upcoming seasons and is given more responsibilities, such as Rip Wheeler in Yellowstone, but Tulsa King as a whole will also become more captivating to watch after its disastrous turn in Season 2. Recognizing that the wrestler-turned-actor is already having a significant enough impact on the audience to provoke a reaction from Tulsa King fans is also helpful. As Tulsa King Season 2 came to an end, It didn't seem probable that a third season would be produced until the final scene, in which Sylvester Stallone's character Dwight was abducted by a shadowy organization that appeared to be based in Washington, D.C. Given that some of the secrets we are left with could determine the entire course of a possible Season 3, we can start thinking about them. There are so many unresolved issues that leave us reeling about the potential outcomes, from Tina's, Tatiana Zappardino, departure to New York and Cal Thresher's, Neil McDonough, forced retirement to Dwight's numerous fronts of conflict, some of which he is unaware of until the very end. Dwight losing his daughter Tina, again, is one of the most devastating scenes in Season 2 of Tulsa King. But this time, instead of Dwight going to jail, he informs Tina that his conflict with Thresher, Ming Rich Ting, Bill Bevilacqua, Frank Grillo, and Chicky, Dominic Lombardozzi, is the reason she must leave Tulsa for her own protection. Even while this is a stomach punch in and of itself, Tina telling Dwight that she doesn't think she'll return to Tulsa after they are parted again is the last nail in the coffin that kills hearts. In addition, Tina goes without saying goodbye. We are genuinely left wondering whether she'll return to Dwight or not, which is heartbreaking because of how rational her and Dwight's actions are. The final episode's opening scene's darkness is another startling aspect. Dwight merely informs Cal Thresher that he is taking over the marijuana industry and asking him to leave the criminal underbelly to the gangsters. Almost of his own free will, Thresher gives up the business rather than fighting and refusing to back down. This raises an even more serious question when you consider that Thresher was slain for doing something similar to this. Even if killing Dwight isn't necessary, Thresher isn't going to give up his company that simply, can he? In the last episode, Bevilacqua killed Chicky in front of Dwight, seemingly resolving the New York issue for the time being. The new pseudo-leader of this specific New York mob, Vincent Piazza, does, however, send Chicky there in order to reintegrate Dwight. Will Tulsa's continued status as a renegade state that won't back down satisfy him? We'll have to see if this is a developing relationship or the start of a new rivalry, but Vince felt that Dwight was beginning to like him. Who the hell kidnapped Dwight is the question that rises above the rest and offers us hope for a third season, despite all of these others. In the last scene, the King of Tulsa is taken to a warehouse by shadowy black operations men while Dwight and Margaret, Dana Delaney, are sleeping in bed. After entering an interrogation room, a dubious person declares that Dwight will work for us now. What do us, however, want with Dwight, and who are they? There isn't much to learn about the evil plans of this dark organization because we don't even see a silhouette, but if we do, it will probably be the main plot point of a third season of Tulsa King. There is presently no information available regarding when we might be able to anticipate this. There will undoubtedly be questions regarding practically every major character that we will be anxious to learn the answers to as soon as possible when it is released. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.